Okay, now don't worry, because these problems can be a bit tricky, and yeah, you just want to have someone to point out what we can do better, right?
Yeah.
So I found a couple. Which one shall we start? Is it okay? We start with this page, 2A, the form 2A. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I found the error for number 3. Now here's if you want to kind of like think ahead, right? It's like this. Now, I'll say this though. For number 3, in real life, you're likely to be fine. The answer would have been fine. The problems in school in math classes, right? They tend to actually make it a bit more specific. They tweak it so that you have to get a very precise or closest number to the actual answer. This is about approximation, right? You okay? So
Yeah.
here's how I see it. If you look at this number, right, it's
Oh
closer
yeah.
to 6. You see, it's closer to 6, and this
Uh,
number I would, we don't want to think 61, but of course, technically it is, like when you approximate, right? But for the sake of actually getting the answer like quickly, like the way they lay it out, it's likely that you don't
yeah.
want to, think 61. You have to think 60. Therefore, here it is. Can you see it? You see now the answer?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's going to
Yeah.
be 10. Yeah, 6 can go into 60 10 times. So yeah, kind of look ahead there.
All right.
But
Yeah. That was an easy problem. That was my fault.
No worries. But you see what I mean, though? In real life,
Yeah.
you can actually get the answer being 8 because, yeah, this is math, so they had to make the problem a bit more specific, a bit more challenging, just tiny bit. But in real life, yeah,
Yeah.
8, 9, 8, 9, 10, no problem. Okay, now let me see what else here. I made notes here. That was good. Okay, number 5. Let me see. Yes, let's see. All right. So now I do want to ask how to tackle this problem. How do you see the problem, for example? A cat can jump 5 times as high as
Oh yeah.
its.
This one was hard.
I see. So it's the way it's describing to you here is that, hey, it can jump 5 times as high as its height, or how tall the cat is, right? Now it's kind of ironic. Normally the cat would not be standing up, so you're gonna be in 4 feet. So that, yeah, it's just kind of ignore all the reasoning and the argument that we can make.
Yeah.
But so what that means is that however tall the cat is, it can jump 5 times that. So therefore, you want to take the phrase 5 times literally. That's it. So that means
Yeah.
you'll have to multiply the height or how tall the cat is by 5. So here's the setup.
That's what I
Now,
did.
okay, good. Let me see. Let me write it out vertically, like this. Oh, I see. You even got the number to be 8 and 2. Okay. I see. Now, if I see. Now here's the thing. The decimal, it's actually off. You move the decimal a little bit off. Let's have a look. So 5 times 4 is 20. So
Yeah.
you write 20 and carry 2. 5 times 6 is 30, right? And then you add 2, 32. So 2 carry 3. 5 times 1 is
Yeah.
5, 6, 7, 8. Now here we go. If you move the decimal, right, you
Oh,
have
it's
this dictates.
81.
Yeah, so it's 82. So yeah, you see that? Okay.
Yeah.
Now
This is
there.
what I got. I got. Hold up. Wait. This. Where's number? Can you see 5?
Yes, I can see it. Oh,
Yeah.
I see. Hey,
I got 80.2.
okay, I see. Hey, could you see my whiteboard?
No.
Okay. Oh, wow. I see. Let me do this again. Okay, one more time. No wonder. 1 second. Do you see it?
A little bit more expand.
Okay. Let me see. 1 second. Let me try something else. So, it happens to my other student last night too. So let me kind of like tweak or unplug a little bit. Maybe we'll see. We'll see here. 1 second here. Yeah. I don't know what's happening here. 1 second. How
It's
about
okay.
that? Is that how's that? It's
I don't see it. Oh wait, hold up. Um, I see. Like, go back out a little bit more. Yeah, I see it. I see the whiteboard. Now I don't.
Okay, wait 1 second, okay? Tell me when you can see it fully, okay? Sometimes it's a little laggy, but it's something more than that. I can't figure it out. It just happened recently, but well, give me a second here. Let me
It's okay.
let me unplug and let me redo it. Okay, let me do that. Okay, 1 second here. Yeah, so you need to see what I do here for sure. How's your other classes coming along? Okay,
Good.
okay, good to hear. So I'm rebooting. What I'm doing is that I unplug and replug it, and but it's not showing. 1 second here. It's possible my connection, but I don't think so. Now, do you want to double check your multiplication one more time while I try to get this working? Yeah, check your multiplication one more time.
For which one?
For number 5? Yeah, number 5.
Okay. Yeah, it's wrong.
I may have to do Wi-Fi, but I don't think so. Okay, I got it up here, but let me share it. Okay, let me see. Okay, now tell me if you can see the whiteboard. 1 second here.
No.
Second here. Okay, how's that now?
No, I still see touch ID use passcode.
Okay, what about this?
I see the moon now. Now I see touch. Oh, now I see it.
Okay, good. All right, have a look. Let me start again. Here, okay. Here's the setup, right? 16.4. You see okay? You see okay?
Hold up, wait. Yeah, I see it.
Okay, right in the middle here. Okay, align the 4 underneath the 5, or the 5 underneath the 4. Then you multiply 5 times 4 is 20. So you do 0, carry 2. The 2 must be right above 6. Do you
Yeah.
see that? Okay. So they carry over, and then 5 times
You
6,
get 30.
30, 32. So you write 2 and carry 3. The 3 will be indented over to the next digit, the number 1.
Then
And
you
then
get 8, so it's 820. Yeah.
so it's 820. However, remember, if you do multiplication, you have to count the decimal place. However you have, how many you have right above the product or the answer, right? So that's 1. That means you
Yeah.
have to move it 1 from the back. If you don't see, oh yeah, if you don't see a decimal, it's right behind the last digit, which is 0. Yeah, if you don't see 1, it's always behind that last digit. That's it. So that means you could even
And
imagine
then
it
you
right there, then you move it over. So it becomes 82.0, but of course you don't have to write point 0. So the answer will be 82. Is that
82.
okay?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. I hope you're okay with that. So this is something I'll keep in mind and we can practice. You okay so far?
Yeah.
Okay. So number 5. Now, number 6. Let's have a look. Okay. So I'll kind of concisely read this problem. Okay. So Monday, the the temperature is 78.3. And then Tuesday, the temperature was 87.1. Now, how much higher is the temperature on Tuesday? What do you think you should do based on the wordings?
Do I did
What operation should you do?
um I did um I did, I think it was subtracting.
Yes,
Pretty
let's
sure.
good.
Yeah, it was
You
subtracting.
okay, good. Let's have a look, okay, quickly. So I'm gonna set up the subtraction, but you want to align the decimal. You okay with it, like adding, subtracting decimals? You
Yeah.
align the decimal. So here we go. But you want to look at the bigger one first, right? You want to write the bigger one first. So the big one is 87.1. So write that on top. And the smaller one's 78.3. So here it is. You see, okay? Okay.
Yeah.
Then obviously 1, you can't take away 3 from 1, so you have to borrow. So borrow from 7. If you borrow from 7, you can give the 1 to the 1, that turns into 11. You remember something about that when you were taught to do subtraction for the first time?
Yeah.
Borrowing.
Yeah.
And then 7 now is 6. So you borrow 1 from 7. So now you have 11 subtract 3. 11 subtract 3. Okay. So 11 subtract 3, that's going to be 8.
8.
Yes. So we'll write 8. And now, again, we cannot take away 8 from 6. So we have to borrow from 8 again. So I'll slash it this way. Same way is fine. So I'll slash that. And then we're left with 7. And then if I carry the 1 from 8, it'll turn the 6 into 16. Okay?
Yeah.
And then 16 subtract 8 will be 8. There you go. And then you can actually bring the decimal straight down. Now the column 7 over 7, that will be 0. So you don't have to actually do anything. Just leave it. Yeah, you don't have to subtract 7. You could write it 0, but it's,
Yeah.
yeah, it's
So
going to be
the
8.8.
final
Yes.
answer is 8.8.
Yes, 8.8. You okay?
Yep. I'm just writing my answer.
Okay, good. Now, like the last one, which you have not done, I understand because this one is
Oh
long.
yeah.
So let's
Yeah.
do
This
it.
one's hard.
I know, huh? Okay. The reason why it seems hard is because the decimals. It's all the decimal numbers, right? I'm telling you, it's just blinding even me. There's 4 decimal numbers. Are you kidding? Look at that. Anyway,
Yeah.
so the way this works is, for example, let's just say that you can let's round the decimal numbers up, or I'll make up a new problem. For example, let's say you could bike faster than these numbers. Okay, 20 miles per hour, 20 miles in 1 hour. That's the way it goes, right? 20. The
Yeah.
word per means like in. You can think in an hour. So if I can ride 20 miles in 1 hour, how many miles would I be able to ride in 2 hours? What do you think?
10. Right.
Let me see. 20 miles in 1 hour, 20 in one, okay? If I,
Yeah.
what about if I went 2 hours, how many miles would I, would I be traveling?
If you wait, what? Hold on, I didn't hear you.
No worries.
Okay.
This is something
Sorry.
you have to get used to. If you ride 1 mile, I'm sorry, if you go 1 hour, you could bike 20 miles.
Yeah.
Basically it's 20
Oh.
miles per hour, right? 20 miles in 1
Yeah.
hour. If you went for 2 hours, how many miles have I
You'll
traveled?
get 40.
40. So what that means is that you would be multiplying the miles per hour to the number of hours. Does that make sense? So
Yeah.
yeah, the decimal is basically distracting. It's very distracting. It's kind of like, man, it scares some students, by the way. So yeah, so that means if you ever see miles per hour and then the number of hours, like 3.2 right there, you will multiply them together. See that? So
Yeah.
so that's what you need to do first. So here's the setup. Let me do it on the side. So we're gonna each pair you multiply. So one sentence comes with 2 numbers, so you multiply it. So I'll write a bigger number up on top. But multiplication, you not necessarily have to align the decimal. If you recall, you have to indent the number over. Watch. So this is how you should be aligning the numbers and multiply. Now, it doesn't mean that the
Yeah.
decimal has to be aligned. It just happened to be that the digits are actually indented over to the right completely. Get it? Like the 5, 2, it's
Yeah.
indented over. So, but it happens that the decimal are aligned. It does not have to be. It does not have to be. Okay, then you multiply this out.
Here.
Okay, so but I'll do that in a little bit because I'm going to set up for the second sentence or statement. Okay, then you have another set of numbers. You got miles per hour and you got the 2.5. So
Yeah.
you'll be doing that too. So I'll write that right now. So here we go. 2.5. Again, this one happens to be aligned. The decimal again does not have to be, they don't have to be aligned at all, but just the number had to be indented over like back here, like you see, like that, all the way to the right, aligned all the way to the right. And then you can multiply. Now, let me ask you, do you want me to go over the multiplication here? What do you think?
Yeah. No,
Okay.
I got it. I
Okay.
already got.
Okay, so to, to,
So
to speed things up a little bit, what is the first? I'll use the calculator to check it. You can always do that too, by the way. But when you in class, you want to show all the work, obviously. Okay, tell me what do you got for the first product, the multiplication?
I got 400 on the
Okay,
dot.
let me see. Okay, almost. It happens to be 40. Okay, let me go through it then. So here we go. I think you did 5 times 2 is 10. So carry 1. 2 times 2 is 4. Add 1, 5. 2 times 1 is 2. So, okay, right there. Now you don't have to, add the decimal yet. Okay, so here we go. Continuing on. Then you do 3 times 5, but the answer must be below 3, okay? So here we go. 3 times 5 is 15.
Yeah.
So you write 5 and carry 1 again. So I'm going to erase that one, but I'm carrying another one on top of 2. And then 3 times 2 is 6, and then you add 1. So that'd be 7. So far, okay? And then I'll do 3
Yeah.
times 1. So 3 times 1 is 3. So it'll be all the way indented over here. And then add it straight down. I believe you've done all of this. So then we got 5 plus 5, 0, carry 1. 7, 8, 9, 10. So we carry
Oh yeah.
that. So you get 4. 3 plus 1 is 4. But here, you have to count how many decimal places from the left, from the right to the left, there's 1, 2. That means you have to move 1, 2 over like that. So that
Yeah.
means 40.00. So it's 40. Okay, so right now it's 40. What about the second sets of numbers? What do you got?
What? I got 5, 7, 5, 3.
You got it. 5,
And
7, 5, 3. Okay, and where would the decimal go?
right behind no.
Between
Between the 5 and the 7.
right here, right? Good. Right there. It's okay. Are you sure?
Yeah.
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 Yeah. You
Yeah.
got it. You count 2 decimal places right in the problem. So you got to move like 2 over. Yeah. There's 2 decimal places
Yeah.
there. Okay. That's it. Now, what do you do? So if you read the last question, right, last part, it says how much farther did she bike on Saturday? That means you subtract them. That's it. Get it? You subtract
Yeah.
40. But when you subtract, 40, you may now want to carry those 0 placeholder because remember when you subtract or add, you have to align the decimal. This time you do have to align the decimal for adding, subtracting. So here it is. So far, okay?
Yeah.
And I think you're good to go from there. So, shall we do it? Okay, let's do it. So,
Yeah.
you can't take anything away from 0. So let's borrow it from 4 all the way out here. So
Mm-hmm.
now you borrow 1. So you get 10, but you have to continue borrowing, right? So borrow 1 from 10, you're left with 9, and you give this to the 1 to the 0, that becomes a 10. You borrow that 1 from 10 again, you're left with 9, and you now get the 10 on the last column. So 10 takes away 5 is 5. Then 9 take away 7 is 2. And then 9 take away 5 is 4. 3 take away 3 is 0. So you don't have to write that. So therefore, this is the final answer. It would be 4.25 miles. There you go. Okay? All
All
right.
right. To the back.
Okay, here it is.
So
Now, number 1, I did look at it. It's actually we gotta look at how this is done. Okay, so the way this goes is like this. You want to like kind of look at from left to right. Like reading a book from left to right. So the first number
yeah.
happens to be 4.5. The second is 9. How much did it increase from 4.5 to 9? That means you have to subtract to find that out. So here we go. So I'll do 9 subtract 4.5. But the thing is that you have to align the decimal again. So you don't see a decimal, that means it's right behind the 9. And you can add a 0. You
Yeah.
okay with that? Okay, so let me
Yeah.
subtract that. So if I subtract, we borrow again, that, take away 1 from 9, you're left with 8. And now you give the 1, that it becomes 10 to the 0. And then 10 take away 5 is 5. You could bring down the decimal now. And then 8 take away 4 is 4. So what this means is that
Yeah.
it went up from 4.5 to 9 by 4.5. So it
Yeah.
increased by 4.5. So that
It'd
means
be 22.5.
Yes,
right?
likely. Yes, very likely because you could forget the other ones. You know why? Because it does not have point 0.5. Well, A has point 0.5, but you know it's going up. Therefore, you can't use 4.5 again. So the answer must be C. Now, I'm beginning to see your strategy here. You could do some process of elimination. You want to kind of be, when you're being timed, you may not have to actually do a lot. You just do a bit to recognize what the answer can possibly be. But be careful if you have more than, like 1.5 and you have to eliminate by reasoning, right? It can't be 4.5. That's like the
Yeah.
first number, something like that. So I can see it. I can see what you're thinking there. That's actually very good. It would be pretty sufficient when you actually do this later on, in math. Yeah, you can do a lot with educated guess. There you go. All right, number 12. Let me see.
Yeah.
Okay, what I'm gonna do here is that I know you. I worked with you last time. Your 12 is gonna be fine. 13 is gonna be fine. You're so good with long division, so I'm not gonna worry yet. What I want to do is I want to do the harder problems, like maybe 14, like word problems.
Yeah.
Let's do 14. I know for a fact you can do 12 and 13, no problem. So let's do 14
Yeah.
here. Let's see what we got. Ling bought 22 boxes of crayons. Okay. And, but for $28.16. How much did she pay for each box of crayons? So what do you think? What math do you think you should do here?
Um.
So she got 22 boxes, but each
Pro-
box,
dividing
okay, good,
division.
good. Yeah. You want to know how, well, there are 22 boxes, but how much it's each boxes? Yes, you do division. But what's inside the house?
So
What's outside the house?
28.16 is inside the house.
Let me see. 28.16 is inside the house, and 22.
Yeah.
Yep, that is
Is outside.
correct. Okay, now I'll let you do that because you can also easily do the decimal division
Yeah.
for sure. So, very good. All right, now let me see. Number 14, you'll be good. 15, because you see the 15 is missing there. But okay, so 15 is good. We'll come back to it. We'll come back to it. We have time. Now, yeah, this is the one.
Yeah.
16. What do you think about 16? It says, hey, determine the missing factor or that box right there, right? The shaded box here. So
Yeah.
it's something like this. What times 4.2 equals 16.8? What do you think you should do there?
Um.
Oh, by the way, number
Yeah.
14, back to 14 for a bit. If you solve the
Yeah.
problem, your unit will be in dollars, right? Can you see it? It
Yeah.
implies to how much. Yeah, don't forget to write like the word dollars or maybe the dollar symbol, that dollar symbol there. Okay, anyway. So yeah, number 16. What number times 4.2 equals 16.8? What math do you think you should do here to get that missing number?
It's 4.4, right?
Oh, how do you know that? Oh, that was,
Because I know four times four is 16, and four times two is 8. So you would do four times four is 16, and then the twos you would do two times four, and then
okay.
that would get you 8.
Okay, close, but that's pretty good guess because the digits are there. But okay, let's do it. Let's do it like the way that I think your teacher wanted to see it. Okay, that was pretty nice. You got the digits down, okay. But it's like this.
Yeah.
Watch, I'll make up something even easier, and I'll bet you get this right away. So, what number times 2 will give you 10? What do you think?
5.
5. But take a look. I'll pre.
5.
Good. It is 5. Well, watch. If I rewrite the problem, I'm just making this up, of course, like to compare it, right? So I'm writing above here, 10. So how did you get 5 if you were to use these two numbers together? What operation should you be doing, between the 10 and the 2?
Divided.
So yes,
Division.
exactly. But the thing is that you must you must do the division precisely like this because you're going to divide, but you must make sure the next problem or the actual problem. Watch this problem I made up. I'll do ex for examples, right? you
Yeah.
you have to put 10 inside the house and 2 outside the house for this to work. That means when you do this problem, you have to put the 16.8 inside the house and the 4.2 outside the house. You see? There you go.
Yep. Yeah.
That means you have to do long division. So I'll just set it up, but I'll let you finish it because we'll come back to it. We have time here. So this time you're going to rewriting this because you know this will work for the example problem. So let's do, you can set it up like this and then continue later on because I want to cover the other word problems. I worry that it might be a bit challenging. So here it is. This is what you'll be
Yeah.
doing to get the answer. Don't forget, okay? Don't forget to move the decimal over and all that, right? You're pretty good with that. Like that, okay?
Yeah.
And then straight up. So yeah, continue from there and in a little bit. All right, let me see. Number 19. Oh wait, what about the area problems? What do you think? It says, hey, they even give you the hint here, right? But the area, do you remember the concept of the area? What do you do for a rectangle or even a square? So you have to
Oh,
find the
you're
area.
gonna times 8.6 by 3.7.
That's exactly right. So let me write that out. And this is going to be your attempt for number 17. So here's 17. And then 18, the same way, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now,
So
but there's something more to it. What do you think the unit for number 17 going to be? Is it meter or something else? Meters or what?
meters. It's
Okay,
meters.
okay. There's something you must now know or memorize. You can memorize it. If you do area, if you do like area, sometimes they shade the picture for you. Sometimes you may be doing a rectangle or even a triangle. They'll shade the area inside to indicate that you're going to be doing area concept. So they from here on, they're likely going to shade it, unless when they don't. But you have to look for the word area. The word area. Then therefore, anytime you're doing area problems, you must write the unit being squared. So it'll be something like this squared, or sometime in words it'll be SQ or SQUAR meters, square
Yeah.
meters. So we can't just write meters. You have to write square meters. So this is going to be your units for number
Yes.
17. What about this abbreviation, like the m to the second power? Have you seen that? Is that okay? Will you teach accept that? Like there's a
Uh,
number here,
I
and
don't
then
know.
okay, so that means you want to write the word square meters. Is that okay? Yeah, write the whole
Yeah.
phrase square meters. Once you multiply this out, pretend you did the math here. So this is what's gonna happen. You get the answer here, and then you write square meters right behind it, or abbreviate if you want square meters. So there you go. That means if you do 18. So let me kind of set up the 18 here. I know I'm writing all over the place, but I'm sure you can see it, right? You can see okay.
Yeah.
So if I do 18, this is how I would. Let me see if I can erase this here. Okay, cool. I can do this. All right. So if I do 18, of course multiply like you said for number 17. I would put the 6.3 first. I know that it's smaller, but it has more digits. Do you remember something about that? If it has more digits, you probably want to do it that way. And actually, you have to do that way because you haven't been taught to do any other way, by the way. So this is how you would be
Yeah.
doing the multiplication for number 18. Yeah, I know 6.3 is a smaller number than 7, but the thing is that when you do multiplication, you have to put the more digit number on top and then align it, then
Yeah.
continue from here. So let me do this one quickly. Let's do it together if you like. So 7 times 3 is 21. So 1 carry 2. And then 6 times
Yeah.
7. What is 6 times 7?
Um. Oh, 42.
Yes, very good. And then add 2. 47, 42, 44. Okay. 42 plus 2, 44. And then
So
we count.
400.
Oh, what about the decimal? We have to count the decimal, right? So one place over.
Yeah.
That means it's going to be 44.1. So here it is.
0.1 square meters.
Square inches this time. Sorry, right? This one
Oh,
has
sorry.
inches.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
no worries, no
Sorry.
worries. So let's write that on the side right now. So it's going to be 41. I'm 44.1 square. I'll do SQ. I think your teacher will be fine. SQ and then
Yeah.
inch. IN. There you go. This one for number 17, you can do SQ and M. because they even abbreviate the meters with M. See that? There we go. All
Mm-hmm.
right. Let's do the word problems because these remaining ones may be a little intimidating, but I don't think it's bad or anything. But let's take a look at it. All right, 19. This person wants to purchase a used scooter that costs $79.95. There's a sales tax here. Okay, the sales tax is 0.065. Now, in real life, they're not going to write it like that. They wrote this in decimal because it make it easier for you guys. But in real life, this number is really 6.5%. If you if
Yeah.
you know, I think you may already have convert your percent into decimal. So like you move it one, two over, and then take out the percent symbol, and then it turns into a decimal. There it is. So that's how this works. Now, we're in real life, or in later math, I believe. I'm sorry, I forget later math. I believe in a week or two, your decimal will no longer be for tax. It will be in percent. How about that? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yes, I even have like a bunch of sample problems for my other students, and they all have percent instead of the decimal form. Okay, now how does this work? What do you think you should do? But the thing is, wait, we have to finish the question here. It says find the total amount of money this person has to pay. What do you think? So it's the scooter costs $79.95, and the tax is 0.65. What do you think?
It's
What?
it's multiplying. Do we tell you why?
Okay, yes, please.
Because it says multiplying right there.
Where is that? Where did you
Right
see that?
here.
I mean,
Right
I'm
here.
sorry. You're so smart.
The sales
I can't
tax
even
is
see it.
found by multiplying the price by the scooter.
Where is that?
6.5.
Wait,
Right
wait.
here. The sales
The
tax
sales
is
tax.
founded by.
Oh, I see. You're right. See, when you notice I was reading, I don't even read every single word, right? You notice that, right? Yeah, I jump right to
Yeah.
the text. Yes, good job. So you're going to multiply them, but that won't just be the final answer. What do you think you should do from there on? So yes, you're going to multiply. Let's set it up a little bit. Let me write it somewhere here. Okay, so I'll write number 19 here. Okay. So yeah, so you're gonna. Oh, but let's see. How would you align this? Look, let me count this over. Now let me kind of point this out. The zero right here is a placeholder. That means you should not look at that unless it's something other than zero, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is okay? So you want to ignore that. That means if you count the digits, this has more digits. 1, 2, 3, 4. This one has 1, 2, 3. That means you want to write the more digit number up on top. So that means, yeah, you're gonna have to write
Yeah.
79.95. Right, so let's see, 79.95. And then don't forget to indent. Look how I write the second number. I put the 5 first, right? Indent it all the way to the back, like that. And then the
Yeah.
rest, 6, and then 0. Careful on the 0. It should be right below 9. It doesn't have to be, but I think you should be kind of precise about it, like that. There you go. And then you multiply.
Yeah.
Now, I know you can do this, but you wanna be neat about it, okay? Do you think you should?
Yeah.
You want me to do it, or what do you think?
Uh. Yeah.
Okay, let's do it.
Let's both do it.
Okay, so
Yeah. Hold on.
5 times 5. You
Okay.
ready? Okay, 5 times 5 is 25. Write 5, carry 2. Okay, like that. And then 9 times 5 is 45, 46, 47. So we write 7, carry 4. Okay. And then we do
Yeah.
this 9, and this 5. Another 45, 9 times 5 is 45, 46, 47, 48, 49. So we write 9.
39975.
Oh, you already finished? Wait,
Yeah.
let's see. Wait, what is it? Wait,
Three
let me double
nine
check my math
nine.
here. Wait, all right, let me use the calculator. This is so funny. Oh, yeah, tell me what you got again. One more time, please.
39975.
Okay, I used the calculator. That means we have to do it again. If that is your final answer, or do you mean the row? Do you mean the row right here? Is that what you mean?
Yeah. Just that row.
Oh, I see, I
Just
see.
that row.
Oh, sorry. Let me double check. I apologize. Let me see. Uh,
Yeah.
9 times 6, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58. So, wait. One second. My eraser, it's got to be smaller.
Okay.
There. Okay. All right. Let me backtrack here. 9 times 5 is 45, 46, 47, 48, 49. Did you get a 9 there? And then 4 over here. Let me double check. Yes. And then 35, 36, 37, 38, 39. Is this what you got?
No.
Or no?
Yep.
Sure.
Yep.
Okay.
So I got
Okay. And now continue on. Now we do the 6. When you multiply the 6, you make sure that it's right below the 6. Is that okay? Right there. In this column
yeah.
6 and 9. Okay. I don't know. You normally cross out the carryovers that you had for the last one. It doesn't matter. I normally would do that just to be neat. Okay. 6 times 5 is 30. So write 0, carry 3. And then 9 times 6, 54. 55 is 6, 57. 7,
I got
5.
I just did the answer. I just
Okay.
got it.
What do you got?
So 556.9675. That's with including everything. Like that's the
Right.
final answer.
Yes. Actually, you look at the calculator, you're off by a digit. Let me see. Let me see. Did you get the same thing I got here? Okay. It's all right. It's all right. Yeah. Don't forget, we're practicing multiplication and division of decimals, so we have to, continue practicing. Let me see where I'm at. 30 carry 3. Okay. I got lost here.
For the second line, I got
4,
0, 0, 7, 9, 2, 5.
9. That may be the error. Let me check the other one too. So that, yeah, your second row may not be correct. Let me check the first row. Yeah, the first row is fine. The second row, shall we look at the second row again? Let's see. 6 times 5 is 30,
Yeah.
0 carry 3. 9 times 4. 9 times 4 go.
Yeah.
54. 55 is 657. Carry 5. 6 times 9 again. Has
It's
54.
42.
9 times 6.
9 times 6 is 54.
54. And then add 5. Right?
That's 9. Yeah.
54. So 59. So carry 5 here again. Is that okay? And then you
Yeah.
do 7 times 6. What is that?
That's gonna be 48.
42. I see now. I see where the error is. So 7 times 6.
7 times 6 is 42, but the plus 5 right there is gonna be 47.
Okay. Okay. One more time. 6 times 6 is 36. 6 times 7 is what? 42?
42.
42.
Yeah.
And then add 5.
47.
47. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting because I actually. Okay. So far, so good. Now add it straight down. 5, 7. Don't worry about the decimal yet, okay? 16, carry 1. That would be 9. You could do 9 plus 1 would be 10. And you could add 9. That would be 19. Carry 1. Then you could do this too. The easiest, yeah, you pick whatever number you can add fastest, right? There will be 10 right here, and then I'll do 1. So 11. Then you carry 1. There you get your 5. 4 plus 1.
Mm-hmm.
So here's your final answer, but you have to move the decimal, right? Right there. 1, 2, 3, 4.
5. It's gonna be in between the 1 and the 9.
Yes. So here it is. Now, the thing with this problem is, what do you think 51 point all this is? It's supposed to be in dollars. So what you have to do is actually round up to 2 decimal places. You know how the register at Targets and Walmarts and all that, grocery stores,
Yeah.
you only see 2 digits. That means you don't want to use all the numbers here. Unless you do science, then you can do that. So you're going to round it to 51.9. What do you think? To two decimal places. Is it 9.6 or 9.7?
It would be 9.7.
Good. So this is going to be in dollars, but is it the answer? What do you think? Is this the answer?
Yeah, because
Okay.
we just rounded it to the nearest cent.
Okay. Okay. Good point. We did round it to the nearest cents, but it says the total amount. So you know why? Because you have to actually, you pay like 79.95, but then you have to actually include the tax. What that means is that this number happens to be just the tax. There you go. Yeah. So that's just the tax. And, and from here on, you have to add them together, you know? But,
Yeah.
but here's the thing though. There's a mistake here. You know why there's a mistake here?
Why?
Because we didn't add another, the decimal is supposed to be over here. Don't worry. It's my error. You see that? It's 0.065. The reason why I noticed that it cannot be the answer, right? Because it's too much of a number. You can't have a
Yeah.
$51 tax for a 70 something dollar, or $80, scooter. So that means you have to count at 5 decimal places. That's my error. I apologize. So
Yeah.
I look back, it's going to be, you see it? 0.06. That means you have 5 decimal places. So you have to move one more. So that means if you move one more, it will look like this. I'll write I'll write this right here with the proper location of the decimal right here
Yeah.
so far. Now we're going to round that to 2 decimal places. So tell me again in dollars.
So that in dollars would be 5, 1, 10. So it would be 11.
Oh, rounding this number here, right?
Yeah. So that would be,
To 2 decimal places.
oh,
So right now we have like five decimal places, but we have to round to 2 decimal places.
so 5.19 we need to round, right?
So if you do, what you do is that if you have to round to the nearest cents in money, right? It's the same thing as 2 decimal places over. That means you'll kind of like, you want to eye it like this? Like you could even put a bar like this, and then you look at the 1 digit behind it. If it's 5 or greater, then you have to round it up. The next digit, round it up.
Yeah.
But if you round it up, the 9 happens to be added by 1. So you have to actually add 1 to 9 and then carry over to the other one. Yeah, becomes 10, and
Yeah.
you have to carry that one over, so it becomes 2. I think you've seen this, but you don't. I don't believe you have like round enough problems that look
Yeah.
like this. So it's going to be $5.20, but this is only the tax. But then the question says, hey, you gotta actually find the total amount. So what you got to do now is that you got to bring the original amount back down and add it to the tax, or add the tax to the original amount to be more
Yeah.
appropriate. So here it is. This after you get your tax, you got to be neat about doing the tax. Even I made a boo boo. See, and then you add them together, and that should be your final answer. So 5, 9 plus 2, that would be 11. 1 carry 1. Then 9 plus 1 is 10. Plus 5 is 15. Carry 1 again. 5 carry 1. And your final answer is going to be $85.15 for sure. There you go.
Yeah.
So if you buy
Wait,
this,
hold on.
okay, yes,
Aren't we doing, it said we're timesing it.
we did. I know how it's just giving you the hint of what you need to do. However,
Oh.
yeah, it doesn't mean that it's only the only thing that you do, right? Yeah, think about that. Okay, so yeah, when you find the tax, they kind of give you the hint. Hey, to find the tax, you have to multiply the decimal number to the original price. So we did that, but then it went on. It said find the total amount. That's why you have to continue. See? Is that okay? So yeah, it only give you the partial hint, but not complete process, right? To finish the
Yeah.
problem. So anyway, yeah, you can write this down, but make sure that you get the answer being more than $5.20. Is that okay so far? Okay. Okay, let's move on. You okay? You okay for that number? All right. Next
Yeah.
one. Now, look at this problem. I think this is very popular. Let me see if I can back to get the arrow out of the way here. No, no. Or let me erase this if I can. Nope, I can't do that either. Let me see if I can do it later. Erase this. Nope. Wait, one more time. Let me try this one here.
Why
Nope.
don't you just finish it?
Okay. All
Sorry.
right. Right.
Just finish it. Just finish your homework. Just
Okay.
finish.
Num- okay. Number 20. Number 20 is it's a concept that students have to make sense of. And I believe, let me look at further if they have even another one like it.
Wait, what did we get for number 19 again? Sorry.
Okay, all right, no worries. To do number 19, you have to add the original amount, which is $79.95, by add it to the tax, or just add the tax onto it. This is the tax. This is the original price.
So $80.15.
Was that it? You did. I backtracked. So it was.
Yes.
Let me see. Let's do it again. So I add 5, 9, 10, 11, carry 1, 9, 10, 15, carry 1. That would be $85.15.
Yep. $85.
Okay, yes, let's write that in. So try to remember this process because I think it's going to be on the test. You okay? Because
Yeah.
this is actually a practice form. So you gotta be aware that hey, whatever they put on this two sheets here or the whole review, it's all game. They'll just pick and choose what they want you to be tested on. But if I were you, I would actually. I think this is very popular. The one with the tax problem is something that you're gonna have to learn to do it. So that for sure, number 19 will be on the test. So let's recap a little bit. When you have original price like the scooter or something, like the original amount, $79.95, and they give you the decimal number for tax. It's like really the percent that you have to, increase increased by and add it to the original price. So anyway, you take the original amount times by the decimal, and then you put it on hold. So here's what we did. And if it's money, round it to the nearest cent or to the two decimal places. Okay, so and then you will use that number that you got and add it back to the original price, the amount.
Yep.
That's it. Whatever that is will be the final answer. So it works this way in real life. But again, they won't write it as a decimal number. You'll see a tag. You'll see, yeah, I know. You look at your receipt, they will say 6.5% instead of the decimal point or 0.65. But maybe sometime they can use that. I mean, they might print that, but I don't think so. I remember seeing it's 6.5. Well, in your area, it's possibly 7.75%. So the tax is more. In Newport, it's 9 point something. I forgot. I think. It depends on the area, by the way. Okay, anyway, number 19. No, 20. All right. There are 632 students going on a school field trip. Okay, imagine that. Each bus can carry 48 students. Each bus can carry 48 students. How many buses should the school reserve? Explain your reasoning. What do you think? What do you think should do here?
I think we should do divided because we're dividing 332 students by 48 school buses.
Okay, we should do that, but I'm pretty sure there's going to be something more to it. Shall we do it? Let's do it quickly. Well, the thing is that this problems I've not seen it, but I've seen something like not buses. I think cars, right? But it's similar. What's going to happen is this. I can predict it right now. You're going to get a remainder. What is that going to mean? What is that going to do? See, that's why they say explain your reasoning. Every time you see this thing, and here, number 22, explain your reasoning. That means there will be something more to it. So the answer won't just come out like nice looking, even,
Yeah.
So let's do it. Let's do it. All right, let's do long division. And I know that you're going to put
So,
the 632 inside the house.
and then 48 outside.
Yes, 48 outside the house. Oh, yeah.
So I'm gonna do 63 divided by 48.
Okay.
That's so it gets you 15.
Wait, shall we do it?
What?
You want to see it? You want to see how the way I do it? We're going to
Yeah.
divide. Okay, so 48 can go into 63 one
One
time.
time.
Okay,
Then you're
subtract.
gonna get 15 left over.
Oh, okay, good. You're already ahead here. 15. And then we're going to bring down the 4.
And then you're gonna do 4 times 2. That's gonna get you 96. We're gonna do 4 times 3. Let's do 48 times 3.
All right, let's do 48 times 3 on the side here.
So 24. Did you get 144?
Yes, 144. That will work because if you go 14, it will go over, right? So yes, let's do 3. Let's do 3. So 144. We subtract, we get 10. Or is it 10? Let me double check.
It's 8.
8. Wait, how to get 44? Oh, yeah, I see. It's actually, you mean 142. Wait, yes, that's right.
And then you're probably gonna put it at a 0. Actually, no, you can't. So
Okay,
it's just
yeah,
gonna
you
be
can't.
13 remainder 8.
13 remainder 3.
13 remainder. Wait, why would it be 13 remainder 3?
8, right? The remainder is 8,
8.
right? Okay, now, believe it or not, it
Yeah.
doesn't matter what the remainder is. but the remainder exists. The concept here is that the remainder exists. What does that mean? Look at the question. It asks you, hey, how many buses? But there's like 8 students left. So there are at least 13 buses, right, that you need. But there's 8 students left. What
Yeah.
does that mean? That's what you need to be able to answer because you're gonna get another one on number 22. Pretty sure. So what does the remainder means? So the answer is 13 buses. I think you know, but there's 8 students left. What do you think you're gonna? How would you actually make it work? How many buses do you think you need?
14.
14. That means you show all the work, but you must write 14 buses. Final answer. Yeah. So there you go.
14.
For this to be
Yeah.
correct, you must have one more bus to carry that remaining 8 students. Unless they bring a Volkswagen Bug or another car, but I doubt it because the question asks
Yeah.
specifically for the number of buses. That's why you can't just make up stories. You can't actually change the
Yeah.
story. Oh, that's funny. I'm sorry. All right. There you go. That means you have to expect the same situation for number 22. However, let's do 21 first. All right. Oh yeah, 21 is something else too. It's a concept. What do you think? Okay, here, let's have a look. Mr. Shaw wants to replace the flooring, his his family room. The floor has an area of this amount, 262.8 square feet. Oh yeah, you see, there's a unit of area, square something. So keep that in mind. If you have area for your final answer, write square inches, square feet. Oh, yeah. If the room is 18 feet long, how wide is it? Justified your procedure. Don't worry about the justified your procedure because
Yeah.
when you do the math, you justify it. So it's not the same thing as explain your reasoning. So it's easier. How about that? When you do your math, you automatically justified your procedure. So don't worry about that part.
Yes.
How do we do this? I'll give you a hint. Area of a rectangular space is something like length times width, or base times height. It doesn't matter. It depends. But the floor should be length times width. But if you're
Mhm.
talking about a building, it'll be like the base and the height. If you look at face on, right? So it's like base times height. I would do lowercase b and h. But the one you're going to use is going to be length times width. So how do we do it? They gave you the number for the area, but
Yeah.
they gave you a number for the length. So check for L, check for
Hmm.
A. But the width or something wide, right? Which is the width,
Hmm.
it's missing. So we have to solve for the width. What does that mean? What do you think you should do? So it's like, isn't it something like this? The length times the width will be 262.8. Isn't that right?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
but the things that they only give you the length. So basically it's going to be 18 times something. 18 times something equals to 262.8. But then what math do you do then? So yeah, so here it is. If you want to see, I think you're okay with that, like layout. So I'll write it something like this. 262.8 will be or equals to 18 long times something. I'll do a dot blank, right? 18 times something is like a blank, which is the width. Will give you 262.8. What math do you need to do to figure that out? It's like what number times another number gives you another bigger number? What do you think?
Well, you're gonna have to do. I'm doing right now. I'm doing 18 times 20.8.
Okay,
Right now?
can I ask how do you come up with the 20.8?
Because wait, no, sorry, not 20. I meant 15.8. Do you mean to tell you why?
Why?
Because 10 is only 180.8, and 20 would be way too much. So
Okay, that I
15, I
see.
thought.
That's a pretty good educated guess. But tell me the number again. I'm going to check it right now. That was pretty good. It's a good educated guess. So what did you think the
I'm
answer
doing
was? You said 10?
15 point
15. Okay,
15.8 right now.
15.8. Okay, let me see. 15.8 times 18. Okay, close, but you went over a little bit, just tiny bit. So the math that you should
So
do precisely,
14.
14. What? 14 what? 14 what?
14.8. No,
14.8.
14.8.
Okay, let me see. 14.8 times 18. Okay, even closer. Now, I think you rather do the division to get the answer. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do long division. So if you ever see a problem that
Oh
say
yeah.
something, okay, now you're seeing it. If you ever see a problem about some number times another number give you a bigger number, you would divide. But the way you want to divide is that, hey, take the bigger one inside the house. Is that okay? That's it. So
Yeah.
so here we go. The actual math that you're going to have to do, it's going to be 262.8 divided by 18. That's how you want to do it to get the precise, the actual answer. Is that okay?
So I'm gonna do 20.
Or you can
I'm
do,
gonna do
yeah, let's do one.
20.
Okay.
I'm gonna do. Let's do 18 goes into 26 one time. So
Okay.
you're
You
fine.
get 18. Uh,
You're gonna get 8. No.
80, 18 and then subtract. Yes.
You're
Borrow.
gonna do 8.
Borrow 1, you get 16. 16, take
8.
away 8, it's 8. Then bring down the 2.
Bring down the 2.
And then 18
And
can
then
go into 82. How many times?
8. Hold up. 18 times. Wait, hold up. Sorry. Hold on. 18. 82. Hold on. Wait. 8. Let's try. So 18 times 4
4. Yes, you
equals
want to do 4.
72. Yeah.
72? 4, okay. 4, 72. Okay.
Yep.
Subtract.
So 4, 10.
Okay.
Probably the last one,
Don't,
but
yes, don't forget to bring up the decimal, okay? Bring up the decimal
Right.
and then bring down the 8. And then
Down to 8.
18 times 12 will give you
18.
108.
18 times 6. Let's try that. 18 times 6.
Yep, it will work.
That's going to give you
18 times 6.
108,
Yep,
actually.
that's it. So this is going to be the length of the width. So this is the answer, but make sure you put the the feet. Okay, this time it's the
I
feet.
know, but you don't
Okay.
have time.
Yes, we're almost done. Now, we're pretty much done. Let me talk to you about number 22, the last one here quickly. So what's going to happen is that number 22, you'll be doing the same thing as number 20. You will get a remainder. I already know this. So when there's a remainder, expect to actually write the answer with one more up. You add one more to it. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay, be ready for that. I know you can do this one, no problem at all. So that's it for number 22. Don't forget to, I believe you're supposed to finish all of it, right? To get your,
Oh wait. Can we go back to number 22? Sorry.
yes, 22. Yes, 22. So 22 will be the same thing as the bus problem. You see that? So you'll be doing
So
long division the same way. So you got this, you got the stickers. This Nina has this many stickers, 386 stickers, right? She wants to put it in a book, but each page holds 42 stickers. So that means you have to figure out how many pages will hold the 386. So you do long division, right?
yeah.
You see
Oh,
that?
I think I gotta go. I have
Yes. So
soccer.
yes, no worries. That's it. So and then don't forget, if you
Yeah.
get the
Thank you.
remainder, just make sure you round the answer. You add one more to the answer. Is that
All
okay?
right.